animals because she doesn't do it in the wild. So a very different bird to work with, one that very much keeps me on my toes.
So is her eyesight?
Her eyesight is phenomenal,
Yeah.
and another bird of prey
Close up.
wouldn't be seeing all these little bits. I mean, this
Yeah.
bird will be scavenging. She has to be looking. So I have to tell you though that this is actually the only place in the country you can get away with throwing raw meat at people. Don't think you can go home with this. But anyway, a very different bird to work with. But there is something that makes these birds incredibly special, and it's the fact that the Caracaras, it's the fact that these birds are the most intelligent. She's going to eat your rock if you're not careful. Where'd you get that from anyway? These birds are the most intelligent of all birds of prey on our planet. Now I'm not suggesting... No. Right, I'll distract you and then you run to Mummy with your stick of rock, okay? Right, there you go. Yes. Go, run! Keep running, child!
That's what you've trained her to do then, is it? In the front room?
Get rid of the child. Right, anyway, so this is nuts. So this is quite simply one of the most intelligent of all birds of prey on the planet. They take intelligence to a completely different level. They have problem-solving abilities. They use tools, reasoning skills, a level of intelligence beyond the typical bird of prey.
They learn so much.
And she is so clever already. She's only 2. She could live to 40 in captivity. She is at the beginning of her career and already showing signs of brilliance, shall we say.
That's it.
Now the first thing I ever taught Blue to do was something quite simple, shall we say. Something basic, but something the other birds here could not understand. If I get rid of her for a second over there, I'm going to borrow your cup if I may.
Yeah.
The first thing I tried to teach her to do was to turn over one of these polystyrene cups. Simple behaviour, but the typical bird of prey cannot understand this. If it doesn't see it, doesn't try to see it. There we go. Would you like another? Yeah, she doesn't know. She trusts in the fact there's food under there. She doesn't know because I mean she can't see it, she can't smell it. So she knows I put things under cups. So So turning over the polystyrene cups, that was the first thing I tried to teach her. Now we did have to move away from our cups, I'm afraid, because she began to eat them. So I moved on to something bigger and better, an old classic human game. I'm sure some of you have seen this before. So
Come here, you. Boo.
There we go. 3 pots. Find your piece of food, okay? Boo! Oh, you're up there. What are you doing up there?
Come down here. We want to have a look at you and take your pictures.
There we go. So we're going to see a lovely example of intelligence now. So here she comes. She'll turn over 1 pot. It's not under there. She'll turn over the 2nd pot. She'll find a piece of food. She should now leave that 3rd pot because she knows once she's found a piece of food, there is no more. 3 pots, 1 piece of food. Find that food. Do not bother turning that pot over. There's never anything there. So understanding the process of elimination. Simple behaviour still, but a lovely example of her intelligence. So I wanted to give her another challenge using our pots, something that she would have to develop a technique for all by herself. So I'm going to put a piece of food here and I'm going to stack. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Go away. Shoot. Go to Anthony. It's my pots. They're my pots. Go on then. She figures these things out by herself. I don't teach her how to kick pots over. She has the capacity to learn. I gave her that problem months and months ago. It took her a minute. She stared it up and down. She walked around it. She suspected there was a piece of food under the bottom pot. She figured it out. Since then, she hasn't looked back.
That's what they do in the Falklands.
And again, very natural, instinctive behaviour. Turning rocks over, turning logs over. This bird, quite simply, has the capacity to learn things for herself. Instinctive techniques to a degree, but at the same time, learning. So we have moved away from our pots now because, you know, as fantastic as these are. No, she's not fed up. She won't eat the apples, but she will eat anything. She eats biscuits, cakes. That's why the cake biscuits now, and Tubby's put them on a nice plate. She'd go up there and munch a lot. And Madeline left a stick of rock. I mean, Madeline left half a sandwich under the table about a week or so ago. Boo went over and ate the whole thing. I mean, I'm not joking. Why this bird is still alive? I mean, she is a bird of prey designed for eating raw meat.
Yeah, but they do.
But because of how she behaves, where she comes from, she wouldn't be that fussy. She'd be trying to get any goodness she can. Now, she shouldn't. None of the other birds here should eat bread, but this bird can and apparently doesn't do her any harm. Anyway.